Let's put inspiration and love into practice rather than prejudice and hatred. Find something that brings you joy, then pursue it. What is trendy now won't be trendy tomorrow, and what wasn't trendy yesterday will be trendy tomorrow. People sometimes say things that offend me or cause me other problems, particularly in the current social media environment. It may be the most wonderful thing, but it can also be the worst and most harmful thing. It is impossible to be unattractive. People want to mistrust you constantly. Being a role model isn't necessary in my opinion, since doing so involves being like someone else. I have an auntie by birth. I have many small nieces and nephews in addition to an elder niece and nephew. I believe that our responses to events reveal a lot about who we are as people and our character. Since the moment I was born, I have been a huge Michael Jackson fan. He is perhaps the most gifted individual ever. He was able to forge such a remarkable career and emerge as maybe our greatest star in history. I was never meant to be an actor. I was meant to be a basketball player. When I was in kindergarten, my parents had me play basketball for competitive teams. I'm a Tom girl at heart, even if the arts are where my heart really lies. I was the odd 8-year-old who loved Shakespeare and was able to understand it while also finding the language to be beautiful. I believe that my dog's passing has helped me mature the most. I've noticed that my worldview has become more serious. I have to do it well and give it my all if I'm going to depict one of my heroes and someone I care so deeply about. I talk about bigger change using my platform as a tool. My mother, like my father, is proud of their backgrounds, histories, and pasts. I'm an African American. For instance, I am both pleased to be from Germany and from Africa. I learned to appreciate myself when I was a small kid from my parents and relatives. I like singing and want to release an album in the future. Why focus on the negative when there are so many wonderful things in life? Fashion is wonderful because it allows you to express who you are. A feminist is a person who believes in the power of women in the same way they do. It's justice and equality, and I think it's wonderful to be a part of. Pretty is becoming so monotonous. The word pretty has so many distinct meanings. It has grown considerably since then. No one is interested in the outdated beauty anymore. It is crucial to be true to your goals and principles. I appreciate minimalism. Age has no significance. My age doesn't prevent me from working as hard. I can perform just as well as everyone else, notwithstanding my age. It is only a factor. It is just there. The simplest thing to tie is a top knot. Because I did nothing to stop someone from being tormented while I was in school, my parents got me into trouble. I was yelled at for not participating and for not assisting as I was simply watching things happen before returning to the school. Morris Chestnut is my favorite adult male. He is just timeless. Usually, I simply don't give a damn about how I appear. I'm like putting on everything I need to in order to be warm if it's chilly. I'm secretly considering shaving my head. My followers have always appreciated my honesty, and I want to continue doing so since I believe they can spot fakery from a mile away. At one time, my dad, my brothers, and I all had dreadlocks. Beyonce is adored by everybody. We can't speak if you don't adore Beyonce. When Hannah Montana came out, I was so unhappy that I broke down in tears and said, I want to do that. I place a lot of importance on creating and conducting constructive programs for young people, and I'll keep doing it. I know X Out can benefit anybody who would rather have fun than worry about flaws, since it has helped me maintain my confidence. X Out is for you if you desire skin that is clear and really attractive. Thank you to all the parents out there for letting me serve as an example for their kids. I don't take it for granted at all. I must have my clothes since I like fashion. Children are undoubtedly taught the value of pursuing their aspirations and establishing high standards by the movie Shake It Up. It also imparts valuable lessons about family and friendship. Keep in mind that we are all just people trying to pursue our passions. You are perfect at being yourself, if there is such a thing as perfection. It's crucial to speak out about issues that you are passionate about and are knowledgeable about. If you have nothing to say and have no idea what you're talking about, don't simply shout at them. Why set yourself back? I believe I am capable of anything. To walk the runway during Fashion Week is one of my fantasies. One of the witches in Macbeth was my first performance in a play. Phones are my preoccupation. On set, it may be incredibly challenging because I'll check Instagram and then realize that I need to film a scene or practice. I must sometimes turn it off and go about my daily activities. Adele is a timeless, traditional beauty, and I adore her. I find her to be lovely. Simply put, she is a woman. Many voices have told me what I should be producing. Personally, I much prefer to live and pass away by my own actions. If my work is bad, at least I was a part in making it worse. I refuse to let someone, some old man in a suit, ruin it for me. I've always been around theater since my mother began working there when I was only 2 years old, the California Shakespeare Theater in Oakland. If you are from Oakland and not a Raiders fan, you are not really an Oakland native. I'm a young girl. Nobody wants to hurt me. I would say that Shake It Up gave me the opportunity to combine two of my passions, acting and dancing. I detest novels that are written by adults for teenagers or that are written from the incorrect point of view. Do you really recall what it was like to be 12, for instance? Not really, no. I adore braids of all kinds. I experiment with single, multiple, and box braids. Natural hairstyles and gorgeous updos are fantastic. Many people are unaware of how important hair is to many individuals, not only only African American women. It's something to be wary about and mindful of. I'm addicted to chocolate. Channing Tatum is wonderful. I'm terrific with 5th graders since my mother used to teach that grade. Like, that's kind of my thing. I feel very privileged to join a lineup as renowned and varied as CoverGirls. I can't wait to provide my own beauty advice to followers and collaborate with CoverGirl to keep encouraging girls and women to embrace their uniqueness.